Hello, my friends, and welcome to day 10 of Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Series 8, and the Laura Alberts and Scrappy Sisters Scraptember 2021. And today, as I mentioned to you when I was doing my prep video before this series, a few of the sketches lend themselves perfectly to 6x8 double spreads so that I can get a few more pages into my Me, Myself, and I 6x8 album. And today's sketch was that perfectly. So if you look at the sketch and then you flip it, you can see that that is exactly what I did here. I took the sketch and I flipped it on its side. I used the left-hand part of that flip as my scrapbook page over here, and the right-hand part here for my journaling. Now, my journaling for this one is fairly personal, as a lot of the stories are in that book. So I have shared some of the journaling on some of the pages with you, and others I will be doing privately afterwards and adding to the book, and this is one of them. Now, today's prompt is 6x6 paper pad, and I'm cheating a bit on this because I'm really what I'm doing, because I did not use 6x6 paper pad on this. I used scraps from my 12x12 in Family Fun and Safe Travels, mainly Safe Travels from Simple Stories, and I used those scraps the way you would use 6x6 paper pad, so that if you have 6x6 paper, you can definitely do this layout exactly the way it is. If I had 6x6 paper, I could have done it perfectly, but I guess it's a bit of a cheat. What do you think? But I'm going with it. It's strips of paper that could perfectly be from 6x6 paper pads, and I've got it down here on this page. Now, I struggled with what I was going to use as my background. As you know, on the right-hand side, I always use my 6x8. I always use the lovely Nicole Jones 911 graph paper. I decorated a little bit, and then it's my journaling area. Now, over on this side, I didn't, because I had all of the different patterns that I wanted to use here as the strips, I didn't really want to use a pattern paper on the back. I tried a variety of cardstock or faux solids, and I didn't really like that either. So in the end, then I thought, well, maybe I'm just going to do graph paper on both sides. I didn't really like that either. So in the end, I simply went with some white cardstock, but I found it too stark. So I went in, did a little bit of packaging technique with Shimmer's Mama Sings the Blues, which is one of my favorite navies, and then some Glorious Days splattering, and that did it for me. So it gave a little bit of color to the background, but still not too much. It didn't make it too dark and dense. So in the end, that's where I went. And once I had that decision made, I think it was the hardest decision of this entire layout. The rest came together beautifully. I fussy cut out this circle using just a bowl because I do not have a die or a punch that big to get that down. As I said, I used strips of paper from Safe Travels. I think they are all from Safe Travels. Yeah, see, this is A side, B side. Safe Travels, as is this one, and even this little navy here. So you can see that I have a variety of widths, and they all finish at different lengths, pretty much the way they are on the layout. Now, my photo is a little bit more rectangular than it is square, but I think it's in the same area, and it looks perfect. And this is my sister from another mister. We have been friends for 50 plus years, and this is the other mister. So this is Deb's dad, who has been very much like a surrogate and a second dad to me for sure over the years. So I wanted to get that. That's definitely one of the prompts in the book. I think they call it best friend or something. This sort of goes beyond that. This is really, I'm calling it here, chosen family, as they have been for many, 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 many years. Deb's mom, June passed 3 years ago now, 2 years ago in 2019. She had also been a very, very important part of my life, so I really wanted to record. Now, this photo has nothing to do with the actual story, but this is a lovely photo of both of them when they were traveling, when they were at their, you know, in a happy place. Gord with his camera. So this is fun. This, Gord also helped me tremendously with photo taking. He was a professional photographer in his career. When he retired, he let it go for a few years, and now he's picked it back up as one of his many hobbies. We are a hobby-filled family. Between us, oh my gosh, we do weaving, watercoloring, scrapbooking, card making, stitching, reading, woodworking, woodworking, photography. I swear, we have so many hobbies, and that makes me very, very, very thankful. And I need to do another spread about that, actually, about just hobbies. Anyway, so back to this. So I got that down, did exactly the same thing over on this side, put my title pretty much where it is on the sketch, so chosen family. Got some of the chipboard all of the chipboard stars basically out of, I think this is the Family Fun collection, and I got that, and this chipboard as well, and I got that on here. I did a little bit of embellishing over in this corner, which is in addition to what's on the sketch. But you know, I like to sort of frame my journaling a little bit, and I felt I just needed a little something, and this was, you know, one of those wheels that lets you chose, pointing to my chosen family, and a couple more stars there. So there you go, my friends, taking a 12 by 12 sketch and switching it to a 6 by 8 double page. Do you like taking sketches? Which reminds me, do you watch and have you seen our Stretch the Sketch series that we do, a group of us, on the third Sunday of every month, which is something that we do. We take a 12 by 12 sketch and we modify. No, we don't modify it. We take that sketch and we stretch it or shrink it into a different format, any format other than 12 by 12. And that's what I wanted to do with today's sketch. Do you do that, my friends? And what format do you normally scrap? I know most of us are 12 by 12, but there are some, like Jennifer Kane, who is an amazing, she's an 8.5 by 11, more often than not, actually horizontal, which I think is just amazing. So what format are you, and what additional formats do you do other than your main format? And I will see you back here again, my friends, tomorrow for day 11. Happy scrapping. Thanks for being here.